Alrighty, YouTube. Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cryptic Coil, and in today's video, I have another book haul for you guys. I'm just kind of trying to adjust my camera. So, I'm recording this video in the late morning, early afternoon, and I should have like optimal daylight hours because I usually film my videos sitting right here on my couch, and I open my blinds and my sliding glass door to let the sunlight in. And it's so gray outside that I had to turn on my lamp to get any kind of lighting. I prefer to make my videos during those optimal daytime hours so that the lighting looks best, but due to the weather today, I just couldn't make that happen. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this book haul. I'm going to start with a couple of middle grade books that I found. So I found another Bruce Coville, and it's called I Left My Sneakers in Dimension X. And I could swear I remember a kid in my third grade class reading this one once. This thing is in like mint condition. It's in very, very good condition. Let me see, what year did this come out? This came out in like 1994, so that was third grade. So yeah, it's called I Left My Sneakers in Dimension X, another Bruce Coville book. I'm not going to read the synopsis or the summary on the back. But I found another vintage Apple paperback, and you know how much I love finding these. And this one is called The Turkey That Ate My Father, by an author named Dean Marnay. And it's got a pretty cool cover. Let's go ahead and check it out. So there's this like giant scary turkey. There's these kids looking scared. And the tagline on the front reads, "Gobble, gobble, gulp." Let's read the summary on back. What's Thanksgiving Day without a turkey? Safe. Okay, Thanksgiving is supposed to be a time for thanks, right? That's what Elizabeth always thought. You're supposed to give thanks and when you eat. But this Thanksgiving is going to be a little different. Holidays always seem to get a little strange when Elizabeth's family is involved. It all starts with the stupid paper turkey decoration that Elizabeth's brother, Booker, just has to have. And then, before anyone even gets a chance to grab a drumstick, weird things start to happen again. Will Elizabeth get a chance to have a happy turkey day? Or will she and her dad end up as turkey stuffing? So that sounds really interesting. And that's like finding this was very appropriate timing because it is now the beginning of November, and Thanksgiving is coming up. So this actually sounds like something I should try to read before Thanksgiving. All right. So that's it for middle grade books. Now let's go ahead and get into a young adult. So I found a book by Lurlane McDaniel. I'm not too familiar with this author. I do have a few books by them. Her, I think it's a her. Uh, Elizabeth Sagewood, I guess, is a fan of this author. So this book is called One Last Wish, and then it has another title, Morning Song. Let's go ahead and read the summary on back. What's going on with this? This is what the cover looks like. You have two lovely young ladies on the cover. Let's go ahead and look at the summary on back. You don't know me, but I know about you. I can't make you live longer. I can't stop you from hurting, but I can give you one wish, as someone did for me. It's been months since Danny Vinoy's older sister Cassie was diagnosed as having a brain tumor, and now the treatments aren't helping. Danny is furious that she is powerless to help her sister. She can't even convince their mother to take the girls on the trip to Florida Cassie has always longed for. Then Cassie receives an anonymous letter offering her a single wish. Danny knows she can never make Cassie well, but she is determined to see Cassie's dream come true, with or without their mother's approval. That sounds interesting. That's something that I do know about this author is that a lot of their books are usually deal with someone going through like a terminal health crisis and some other drama in their lives and just kind of juggling all of that. So that sounds about right. Let's see. There's another young adult novel that I found called The Solid Gold Kid, and this is a really old Laurel Leaf Dell publishing, and the authors are Norma Fox Mazur and Harry Maze. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But the tagline on the front reads, "We are kidnapped. Gray van, Payne School, taken by man and woman. Help." And here's the cover. Sorry, I know the lighting in here isn't that great, but that's what the cover looks like. Just for fun, before I read the summary on back, let's go ahead and... Wow, this one's autographed. It's inscribed to a Melka. For Melka, love Norma. Norma Mazur. Okay. Found it at a thrift store yesterday. Wow, didn't even realize that. Okay, this is from 1977. So it's like darn near a decade older than me. All right, let's read the summary and back. Derek Chapman, 16, the only son of self-made millionaire Jimmy Neal Chapman, leading the life his father has planned for him. Payne boarding school, summer camp, vacations on Long Island Sound. The solid gold kid who now has a price on his head. Pam Burbushek, 17. Ed Hill, 15. Wendy Mannheim, 15. Jeff Wyatt, 17. Nothing in common, except that they all happened to be waiting for the same bus one rainy Saturday in April. And they have the bad luck to accept a ride in the gray van. How are they to know that Derek Chapman is about to be kidnapped? Okay, so that sounds pretty good. I like that. All right. So then, as far as young adult books go, I found a couple more Fear Streets and alternative printings. So I found The Perfect Date in this printing, and I found Halloween Party in that printing. Okay. And I was actually really happy to find these copies, even though I already own, vintage covers of these books, because I already have a collection in that edition. So, I have The Best Friend in that edition. I also have All Night Party in that edition. I also have The Rich Girl, Secret Admirer, The New Girl, and Killer's Kiss, all in that edition. So that was pretty cool. Now we'll get into adult books. So I don't know if anyone here is going to find it interesting, but this book is called Primal Leadership: Unleashing the Power of Emotional Intelligence. And I guess it's an international bestseller, and I guess this is the book that put the term emotional intelligence into the professional corporate lexicon. And just due to the position that I have at work, I deal with a lot of people. I deal with like the majority of the workforce due to the nature of my role in the company. I just figured that, I should probably, check this book and other books like that out. So yeah, I look forward to reading this one. Then I found this book, and it's called Raising Hell: Backstage Tales from the Lives of Metal Legends into the Fiery Pits of Chaos by John Widerhorn, co-author of Louder Than Hell: The Definitive Oral History of Metal. Oh, whoa, the forward is by Gary Holt from Exodus and Slayer. He was in Slayer for a while. But, he's mostly known for being in Exodus, I think. And I don't know, because Slayer's a lot bigger, so he's probably more known for replacing Jeff Hanneman in Slayer. I know him from Exodus. Okay, I'm a bigger Exodus fan than I am a Slayer fan. I love Exodus, and I have since I was like 16. He wrote the foreword for this. This is really cool. So I went ahead and so that's really all it is they just interview, metal musicians. Okay, so I open it up to a random page, and there's the guitar player from Disturbed, Dan Denegan. Okay, I'll read you. It's like 3 paragraphs. Okay, one time somewhere in Florida, a girl took a champagne bottle and inserted it in a couple places, not just one. It was quite entertaining to see what some of these chicks were willing to do to be able to hang out with the bands. One time we finished a tour in Vegas, so of course we were going to be partying there. Somebody had set up a suite in the hotel, stocked it with beer, and brought up a bunch of girls. And I just remember thinking, man, we are living a good life here. They were definitely fun, crazy moments. We're all married now, but I'm not going to say those things didn't happen, and our wives know that. That's definitely part of our past. We were living the dream. So that's kind of what they do is they just interview like these metal musicians and just say like, "Hey, tell us about some of your, crazy backstage antics. Like tell us a story that happened backstage that the fans would find entertaining." Well, they even got Gene Hoglan. Gene Hoglan has been in like everybody. He's been in. He started off in that Bay Area thrash metal band Dark Angel. Okay, he was in Testament for a short time. I just saw Testament live like a week ago or something with Creator. He was he's in like the Metalocalypse band Death Clock, and he used to be in the legendary Chuck Schuldiner led Death, and he was even in Strapping Young Lad for a while. I won a contest on the Century Media Records label website when I was 17, and since I won, they sent me all these strapping young lad things for free. Like I had an autographed 8x10 that I gave to an ex-girlfriend, a poster, some other things too, but that was cool. But yeah, I was really happy to find this book. I'm really excited about this one because, like, I'm so metal that like I have to have it. All right, so I found a book in this series not too long ago. I think I found book number 2 or 3 in the series, but this is the Hot Blood series, and this is book number 1, and it's called Fear the Fever. I know Cameron Chaney collects these. I think I would have picked it up even if he didn't, but this one's in really good condition, good healthy spine, holding onto the pages, the cover's not beat up. I think this one might be in better condition than the one that I already have, but this was cool. Just for fun, let's see what authors have short stories in this. Do I know anybody? So I'm just kind of scanning page 1. The name Stephen Woodworth rings a bell, and Graham Masterton rings a bell. Elsa Rutherford rings a bell, but I don't know any of these authors like all that well. So I guess this is like a collection of erotic horror stories. So I doubt I'm gonna read that because I don't know if like erotic horror is really my genre, unless it has like vampires in it, because vampires can get like pretty erotic. But it's just cool that I have that. All right, so getting into some more adult books that I have. I found another Poppy Zebrite. I've never heard of this one. This one is called Drawing Blood. I used to think that Lost Souls was Poppy Zebrite's only book. Then I think I found Wormwood. I think that Lost Souls was Poppy Zebrite's only book for a long time. This one is definitely well pre-loved. I'm pretty sure that this has been read by the previous owner. I don't even know what this one's about, so let's go ahead and just see what year it came out, and let's read this summary or synopsis on back, and then I'll move on to the next book. Whoa, this is from 93, so I guess I was very mistaken about Poppy Zebright's bibliography. All right, Bloodlines. In the house on Violin Road, he found the bodies of his brother, his mother, and the man who killed them both, his father. From the house on Violin Road in Missing Mile, North Carolina, Trevor McGee ran for his sanity and his soul after his famous cartoonist father had exploded inexplicably into murder and suicide. Now Trevor is back. In the company of a New Orleans computer hacker on the run from the law, Trevor has returned to face the ghosts that still live on Violin Road, to find the demons that drove his father to murder his family, and worse, to spare one of his sons. But as Trevor begins to draw his own cartoon strip, as he loses himself in a haze of lines and art and thoughts of the past, the haunting begins. Trevor and his lover plunge into a cyber maze of cartoons, ghosts, and terror that will lead either to understanding, true understanding, or to a blood raining repetition of the past. Okay, that sounds interesting. I mean, it does. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So I found another Tor horror book, another one by John Ferris, and this one is called Wildwood. And this is a really cool looking cover. I don't know if you can see it, but I really like that giant snake in the background, the stormy sky, these embossed holographic mountains in the background. The chick, wearing the robe, like she's in a cult. So I mean that's a pretty cool looking cover. Okay, I dig it. This is a Tor horror book. I looked it up on eBay, and I'm pretty sure that this is a first edition, or first printing, and it's from the year I was born, 1986. So I mean, it's definitely, going on the birthday shelf. Not that I have one, but whatever. Let's read the summary on back real quick. Whitman Bowers has come to survey what was once the Langford estate, but is quickly drawn into the web of fear that surrounds the mountain. His old army buddy, Arn, seems insane, claiming that the gloomy, thickly forested slopes of Wildwood conceal twisted creatures more beast than man, until he displays the trophies that prove it. Arn's beautiful Indian wife, Farron, worships a snake god from before the coming of the white man, a god she sees returning to cleanse Wildwood of the white man's evil. Whit feels the mountain summoning him, drawing him toward horror and death. He is the focus for the evil that has been gathering strength since Mad Edgar Langford destroyed time and space and turned Wildwood into a mountain of terror from which there is no escape. That I think I'll pass. All right. Um. Oh, okay. I'm kind of excited about this one. Okay. I've seen other books from this author on the shelves before. The author is Orson Scott Card. I've never really even been interested in checking anything out from this author before, but the title grabbed me, Lost Boys, because I'm a huge fan of Peter Pan. So there were the Lost Boys, but then there was the movie The Lost Boys, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. And so I was like, okay, let me, check this thing out. Let me see what it's about. And so that's what the cover looks like, and there is some step back art. So there's like all these creepy children. I love children, but the media is really good at making them look creepy and scary. But I've never encountered children like, in real life that were creepy and scary. So I don't say that as any hate on children whatsoever. Um, so let's see what year did this come out? This came out in 92, 1992. And it's a Harper Books publishing. So here's the synopsis on back. The perfect place to raise a family. From best-selling storyteller Orson Scott Card comes a gripping story of terror within a small town. Step Fletcher, his pregnant wife Deanne, and their three children moved to Steuben, North Carolina with high hopes. But Step's new job with a software company turns out to be a snake pit, and 8-year-old Stevie's school is worse. As Stevie retreats into himself, focusing more and more on a mysterious computer game and a growing troop of imaginary friends, the Fletchers' concern turns to terror. Young boys whose names match a list of Stevie's non existent friends have mysteriously vanished from Steuben, and as evil strikes out from the most trusted corners, it's suddenly clear Stevie's next on the list. The Lost Boys. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay, that sounds really interesting and really compelling. Um, then I have two more for you. Okay, so I found another Paperbacks from Hell, and this one is called The Spirit by Thomas Page, and it has an introduction by Grady Hendrix. And that's what the cover looks like. I mean, that's a pretty cool looking cover. It's got snow, it's got this like remote cabin, and this really cool looking vampire skull, in the sky, formed by the clouds. Now let's go ahead and read the summary on back real quick. It's published by Valancourt Books, like Vicky Valancourt from The Waterboy. All right, here's the summary on back. It has many names: Bigfoot, Yeti, Sasquatch, but whatever it is, it's out there in the woods and leaving a trail of blood and severed heads behind it. For John Moon, a half mad Indian, it is a spirit that holds the key to his inner self. He worships its power and he'll kill to protect it. Desperate, exhausted, half starved, Moon will follow it wherever it goes. For Raymond Jason, killing it has become an obsession. He was the only survivor of a hunting trip to the Rockies where the hunters became the monster's prey. Now he is determined to track the creature down and destroy it. But when the two men finally corner their quarry, they set loose a flood of terror and destruction that may leave no survivors. The Spirit. That sounds interesting. Let's go ahead and read the summary on back. Or not the summary, but I'm sorry. I guess it came out in 1977. So, but this is obviously a reprint because, it's got that thing on the corner that says featured in Grady Hendrix's Paperbacks from Hell. So it is cool that I finally have one. I love it. And I have one more book for you. So do you guys remember not too long ago I, had all these Bentley little hardback books, and there was one called Houses, and I said that I was pretty sure that it was originally published under the title The House to fit, Bentley Little's, reoccurring bibliographical theme. It should have been called The House. Well, it turns out I was right. I found a paperback copy of The House by Bentley Little not too long ago. So that was really cool. Glad that I, have a. I'm glad that my Bentley Little collection has grown so much because he is an author that I like. I know that he can be hit or miss, and I know that I feel like, he missed the last time I read one of his novels, and it's been a little over a decade since I've read one of his novels. But everything I've read from him has stuck with me this whole time. He's definitely one of my favorite authors, and I've only read a couple of his books. All right, well, I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Just so you know, though, I am going to try to upload a couple more videos today. I'm going to do another one where I talk about some comments that Matthew Lillard made about Scream 6. And I might even get around to doing a review on the Halloween 2018 trilogy because I watched that for the first time. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this book haul. Okay, horns up and peace out.